Hi everyone, welcome back. This is part 5 of our Butcher's Knife run. Sorry that it's been 2 weeks since I last uploaded. I wanted to try and do these a lot more regularly, and unfortunately life got in the way, and this is literally the first opportunity I've had to sit in front of my computer and do this. We'll see how this segment goes. Our intention is to go down and do all the Demon Ruins bosses, which will be Demon Firesage, Centipede Demon, and then Bed of Chaos, using firebombs. So we'll do those. I don't think we need these other 3 gold points. We'll leave them there. So we'll do those. Then we'll tick off the 2 Analondo optional bosses. So I don't think we need to send that back up because I don't think we're going to go back this way. But we've done it anyway. And we'll do Gwyndolin, and then we will take on Priscilla, which should be quite straightforward if the dragon doesn't screw us up. And then we'll probably finish the section when we get to Seath, and we'll finish it at the Duke skip, because I have to practice that Duke skip. I haven't done it in so long, and I don't want to sit here. Hopefully it'll only take me 15 or so minutes to get it consistent, and then I can start the next video with a nice little Duke skip. That was a really dodgy Blighttown drop. I think I got pretty lucky there, to be honest. So Blighttown is just the same as always. Like, I've started rotating the camera through here, so you can see if the guy's going to chuck the boulder. I've still only been killed by it once in the last couple of years, but maybe rotating the camera gives me a bit more peace of mind. Oh, the other thing we could do is we could also go and get the chunk from the giant in Sin's Fortress, so I can just kind of point out where that is for those of you that might not know already. So one advantage to using Humanity, so if you're going to drink 2 Estus, I think if you can drink more than 1 Estus, generally popping Humanity is faster, I've heard. But also the soft Humanity will boost our resistance, which is nice for when we fight Seath, and it's also nice for when we do Centipede, because hopefully we'll take fractionally less damage from the fire. But we've got so much HP, it's really not that big a deal. Yeah, I haven't played Dark Souls since I last uploaded. I haven't practiced any of the segment. I've been a bit... yeah, I haven't really had the chance to do much, unfortunately. So hopefully this doesn't go really, really badly. I should have seen if I could do the like weapon switching to prevent myself from staggering on 4 there. That would have been clever. So that's just a matter of time in the roll. Always be careful of that dip there. My first playthrough ever of the game, I fell down that about 6 times. So maybe we can talk about the boss fights a little bit. So Demon Firesage has basically a very, very similar moveset to the Asylum Demon and Stray Demon. The thing I find really difficult with Demon Firesage is that if you back off, then his attacks become incredibly difficult to dodge, in my opinion. Like, the heal windows are really, really short for Demon Firesage. So if I have to heal at any point, I always get quite nervous, because that's where the fight gets really dodgy, for me at least. So we'll go in, double hand. Hopefully he'll do this big jumping like Oh no, so normally he does a different type of attack at the start there. And you can just kind of run into him at the front, on the right slightly. So if he just does this for the whole fight, it should be reasonably straightforward. Okay, so this attack doesn't do any kind of force effect, so it's good for us. That was very sloppy. I should have been checking that a bit more. So now we want to try and get behind him to dodge these attacks. One thing to be careful of. Yep, so that doesn't do a force attack, so we can just wade into him, and that'll be the fight. Okay, that was pretty clean. We got some nice attacks there. One thing to be really careful with Demon Firesage is when he backs up, and then if he does like an attack which has a force blow to it, and you're running in to get behind him, sometimes that backup puts him up against the wall, and you just ended up sandwiched between him and the wall, and Dark Souls camera destroys all of your joy. So you need to be a bit careful of that. Sometimes if he backs up into a wall rather than running at him, you want to try and back up, create some distance, and then try to hopefully dodge any big attacks he does, and then close that distance again. So I don't find Demon Firesage too bad. He was one of my hardest bosses when I started running Dark Souls 1. Centipede, man, this guy is my most swingy boss, I think. And once again, I think for me it's because the heal windows are quite, like, if you back up to heal, his attacks can just be brutal. It's really hard to dodge his big ranged attack when you're far away from him. It seems to be very sweeping, and I'm never able to really roll away from it. So hopefully if we can... no. So, as I think I've mentioned before, if we can chop off his arms, then it gives us the opportunity to get the ring early. Okay, that was reasonably clean. Like, so all of this is still just, like, the standard any % stuff that we would normally be doing. But yeah, after this we get to do the optional bosses, which is a little bit more exciting. So, I reckon we'll just put some points into hit points, because all of that's going to be great when we have to take on Calamite. I reckon I'll probably get to aim for like 40 vet, and then we'll probably start putting more points into endurance again. I'm going to try a different route. So normally I take a slightly longer route here to go round, but recently when I think Asland maybe showed me a different route through. So here, just run for the guy's right leg, and then he'll move out the way. We duck to the left, and then we run straight over to the corner. And then we're going to try, there's a little path on the left that we can take, if I can remember where it is. So here, we're going to run straight for the guy again. I think this is right. And we go through. And then in this section, you want to head round to the right. And then this gives us a different path to the one I normally take. Oh, jeez. And this brings us slightly further up the log, and we don't have to travel as far to get there. So I'd imagine this is kind of like 8 seconds faster, maybe. It feels a lot riskier, but it is slightly faster. I think I could definitely do with practicing that a little bit more, and that is probably not the optimal way to do it. But as always with these guys, as long as you keep running, don't let your stamina run out. They won't get you. Watch out for this corner here. It's very easy to catch on, and there's a tree root around here as well, which is also very easy to catch on. Which is just gonna, like, if you're trying to get a good time, might cost you a couple of seconds. So I I tend to just take that guy on the shield. I should really, like, spot his attacks and work out how to roll through them and stuff. Okay, so... so we'll do the bow strat. Run forward. I like to angle my camera down slightly so that I can see the pattern of the tiles a little bit more. Then I walk forward onto the dirt section, back up twice, aim, go for the nook, and then throw. Aim, throw. He can still firestorm, so we still have to be a little bit careful. Cool. Angle your camera down to make it easier to hit him. And then we're not glitching bones, so we will wait for the fire to pop up. Cool. So let's actually go to... so normally from here we will go to Analondo. We'll take a quick detour and we'll go to the Under Parish so that I can show you the Sense Fortress chunk. So this is one of the chunks that we could get. Yeah, we got 2 bones, that's fine. So this is one of the like 7 guaranteed chunks. So you wouldn't need to get this. So we didn't need to get this because we got lucky drops from the geckos. So we're already at 15, I think. So here, just drop off and roll down. Go up the stairs. I think this is a soul here. Through the wall and back up. Killer Giants is relatively easy, just try and hug their right leg. Same as we did before. They'll drop that chunk. So we pick it up, and off we go. Cool, so now let's go off to Analondo and we'll do Gwyndolin and Priscilla. And then we got Seath. And then when we're done with Seath, we get onto the DLC, which will be great. Okay. I think we've got a whole bunch of boss souls in our inventory as well. Up. Okay, so one of the problems here is going to be I never know which way to send the elevator, so I apologize in advance if we have to move the elevator 3 times. Let's try it this way. Oh my god, I think we did it! That is literally the first time that has ever happened. So Gwyndolin's pretty straightforward. You want to roll through the big magics, hide behind the pillars for the little magics, and then strafe left and right to avoid the arrows. Trust double hand if you can. So what we'll... We probably could have... I think we could have made it to the next one, couldn't we? That's probably a little bit overly cautious of me. So I think he has like a... Yeah, he does have a different cast animation. So that'll be the same one again. So yeah, you can see the little ones come from, like, he moves the one to his left. So... Cool, 2-cycle, that was good. Yeah, so it looks like the little ones, he moves the wand to his left. And for the bigger ones, he moves it to his right. So that would be a very clever way to work out whether or not we need to hide behind the pillars and save some seconds. Yeah, like, because I haven't done all bosses anywhere near as much as any percent, so a lot of the boss animations and little techniques are still quite elusive to me. But that's great, because that makes it really fun to play over and over. So I think maybe we should have rested at the Analondo bonfire, so that when we bone out of this room after Painted World, we go back to Analondo, and I think we're going to go back to Undead Parish. So I think that was a mistake. I should have rested there. Look at that opening. I still think that's one of the best moments of any Dark Souls game. When you suddenly find yourself in a place that looks identical to the painting. Just amazing. I'm not super confident with the dragon, so we are going to rest here. And then if we had been clever and rested at Analondo, when we bone out, we wouldn't be boning back to here, we would be boning... like, so this... If you just run up the stairs, they hit you in the back, and then... Killing them takes a little while. I've never found a good... Maybe I should just take it on the shield. You're just going to want to run straight through. So keep running up the stairs. Watch these guys. Because they swing very quickly. Run through the room. Cut down the stairs to the left and go straight out the other side. These two guys you need to be a little bit cautious of. Then we come out of here, go right, and go down. So now we're going to kill the dragon. And that will be how we get to Priscilla. So the way we will do this is we are going to run in, jump, and quit out so that we can get a couple of dirty hits on him, and then we will run away and then basically just move between. I think maybe we can do 3? Okay. Good damage. So we're just going to flip between being up on the bridge and then running down and hitting him in the leg. So when he spews up here, we run down. There we go. Oh, that was very poorly done by me. Cool, and then when he does that, oh, we should have just gone for that, because he's one hit away from death. Yeah, I still got a lot to learn there. That's a Dragonstone if you want to pick that up for New Game Plus tool. And then this guy, we do a jump attack, and he stands straight up because he's glitched. We'll drop down without aiming for the ledge because we are not that confident. And then we do Priscilla.
I expected as much from thee. Why dost thou hurry to walk thy death?
I don't think, like, once we hit her once, we can't hit her again. Until she starts this next phase. So just look for the footprints in the snow. See, I think this will take us back to Undead Parish. No! We got lucky. Cool. That's good. Okay, so that works out alright. Cool, so this sets us up for Seath. While we have time, because this is all pretty just, you know, running around. One thing I would say is if anyone out there is watching this and hasn't tried a Soul Level 1 run yet, like, Dark Souls Soul Level 1 is so much fun. I honestly can't recommend it enough. And a lot of the boss fights, like, Soul Level 1 is what forced me to learn those fights and really made me get good at them. It's such a fun experience, and it makes you research the game, it makes you view the game in a totally different way. Soul Level 1 is really, really great. So if any of you haven't tried Dark Souls Soul Level 1, I'd really, really recommend that. So what we're going to do here is we want to rest at this bonfire. But to do that, we need to kill both of these dudes. Otherwise, we can't light the flame. That was silly of me, really. I mean, hopefully he's just going to come up here. It's just so much easier. No, come on. What are you doing? Great. Yeah, so we're definitely kindling this fire because I have zero confidence in my Duke skip at the moment. So do that, and then off we go. Oh, we also totally need to kill the golem, because otherwise we can't get to the DLC. Completely forgot about that. Cool, so opening arrow from this guy. Now I think what we're going to do, I've tried a whole bunch of techniques and they were all terrible. So what I'm going to do is just quit out, and then we're going to see if we can just wail on this dude while there's nothing anyone can do to stop us. I'm really hoping it's going to be like 2 hits and he's dead. Great. Broken pendant obtained. If you're scared by running around the front, you can run on the back of the bookcase, and you can also always grab the soul that is sitting under the stairs as well. Oh, is that 4? Oh, 1200. Poor Moonlight Butterfly. So sad. Oh, we've still got the other Firekeeper soul. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do the Duke skip, but I'm just gonna finish this segment here because I need to practice the crap out of this skip. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. That is the end of part 5. Next section, we'll do the Duke skip. We'll do Seath, and then I think that's the end of the main game. except for Gwyn, obviously. And so we'll be straight onto the DLC. And the DLC you can get around really quickly. Like, it does not take a long time at all. And then we'll be done. So let's see where we're coming in at. 156, great. Cool. Alright, well, thanks very much for watching, and hopefully there will be a much smaller gap between this part and the next one than this one and the previous one. Bye!